Alright, you guys, this is going to be my first attempt at a voiceover, like, on a longer video, so we'll see how it does. Excuse my nasalness, I have, kind of, like, allergies right now. Alright, so my husband is lining, this baking sheet with tinfoil, obviously, and by the way, we are making venison. Now, this was my first time eating or cooking or having anything to do with venison, except deer I see on the road. Alright, so my husband is breaking up the broccoli. Against our own advice, we washed it. We don't usually wash it, to be honest, but I was feeling clean that day, so I washed it, okay? So we're just laying it out on the pan. There we go. Well, he is anyways. I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I'm just sitting there. Or no, I'm doing it too. I just seen a little floret toss in. That was me. That one was all me. Okay. So we're both, like, sitting there, just putting the broccoli on. And to do our broccoli, we just do olive oil, salt, and pepper. I get that other people like it seasoned. I don't like certain things, like, heavily seasoned, like steak, certain vegetables. Like, I like seasoning, but some stuff I like when it's just, like, plain, okay? I like to appreciate the taste, all right. And yeah, broccoli is one of those things. I don't get it either, but that's how I like it. So, well, this is taking a while. I don't know how these long videos are going to go over, man, especially on TikTok, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm just throwing them all in there, and then he's putting the olive oil on. We always get fancy olive oil because my mom always keeps fancy olive oil in the house. That's fancy to me. Yes, it is. Barilla or whatever it is. I don't even think that's the brand. So he's putting it away. Then we're doing some black pepper. Look at my dog. She's so pretty. All right. Oh, a little more. Okay. And pet the dog. And then what's next? Oh, salt. Some Himalayan salt, which, to be honest, this was a little too much salt for me. But, to each their own. And my husband, I still love when he cooks for me and everything. And it was still very good, but it was a little too salty for me. But, so now he's just, mixing it all together and crap to make sure all the stuff is, like, all over the broccoli, I guess you would say. And, so that's what he's doing now. Smushing up the broccoli. Mixing it up, not smushing it up. Why did I say smushing it up? It's really mixing it up. Okay, yeah. It's like he knows I'm singing on the voiceover. Look at his face. That's funny. All right. Doesn't this sound like the Doug theme song? Doesn't it? I do that sometimes because I think it's pretty close. Okay. So, this is taking a long time. I don't know if I like these long videos. Alright, so you gotta go wash his hands. And this is the venison. New Zealand venison. Oh my god, I'm so excited. They're medallions. Now, one of you told me to tag you in it because you're from New Zealand, but I can't find you. So I can't tag you. I was, like, a little put off by the looks of it because it was very bloody and I thought it was supposed to be lean, so I was confused by that, but I looked it up and it says that, deer meat is supposed to be very red and, like, it didn't smell, like, putrid or anything, so, like, I figured it's okay, so I'm trying to open it, but the thing would not open, so then I just used my kitchen scissors. I love kitchen scissors. I just discovered them embarrassingly recently, okay? So, it really looks like brains, a little, but I almost said it looks appetizing. Brains, I wouldn't say brains look appetizing, but that looks a little appetizing. I mean, I think if you cook it up, you know what I mean? I don't know what I'm getting at here. So, I am opening this one. Here we go. And this time I just pulled the kitchen scissors right out. I wasn't even going to mess with it. And I know it seems kind of gross, and of course my dog's like, I smell something good, but I just squeezed it right out. All right. There it is. It does look a little, but now it looks better now that I'm breaking it up, doesn't it? Now it looks like some steak tips, some lean steak tips. And I learned that venison always has a shiny coat to it, because I have no experience with venison. And I live in rural New Hampshire, so it's weird that I don't, but I just never had it before. Some of my family hunts, I just had never been into the idea of eating deer. But supposedly it actually is heart healthy and stuff, so I was excited to try it. So now I'm deciding what to put in it, and from what I saw online, they said for a simple recipe, do salt. So I did some kosher salt, which is a lot thicker and coarser, and then I put some black pepper. There's that. Oh yeah, and now I can't find the garlic powder. There it is. I need some garlic powder. Went a little heavy, but that's all right. So that's good. And then I'm just, like, smushing it around. And so my opinion on the venison was I liked it. It tasted like steak. There it is. Except maybe a little bitter, so my husband put some butter in the pan. They said to cook it with butter. It had like a little bit of a bitter taste, and I guess maybe that's the gaminess people talk about. My husband is just heating my dog up some chicken over coconut oil, so that's what he's doing right now. My dog, she loves fresh chicken. It's not fresh chicken, why did I say that? Although she could have fresh chicken, we have chickens in the backyard, but I won't do that. Okay, so there's one of them. They're very juicy looking. They actually look really good, honestly. It's interesting how they call them medallions, isn't it? Because if I were to buy, like, steak ones like that, wouldn't they just be called, like, steak tips? Why is it called medallions when it's deer? Or are there steak medallions? I don't know. That's interesting. Maybe it's a New Zealand thing. I don't know. So, they're all in the pan. That's what they look like. Much more appetizing looking like that. They're starting to brown on the bottom. Got some butter going on. Looks really good. And at this point, there's the broccoli. Like, every smoke alarm in the house was going off at this point, but they weren't actually, like, charred. If you hold on, you'll see. My husband will show you. Just wait. It's coming. I know it. I edited this footage myself. Okay, see? Yeah, still one small area that's, like, too rare. In my opinion. Like, I like rare meat, but that's too rare for me. So he's just cooking it a little longer. Checks again. Still a little too rare in the very, very middle. But then, well, it could have been more red. But that's okay. Look at it. It's beautiful. With sweet potatoes. Yeah. Looks great.